Hey everybody, it's Muffinator, and here we are for our Week 1 battle against Ilkid this week for the ATA. First off, before I start, or really start, I should say I do have a little bit of a cold, or I guess a cough. It was a cold, now it's more of a cough, so I might cough during this, and that's why. But anyways, so we're up against Ilkid this week, who has quite the scary team. It's super fast, super hyper offensive. His goal is to set hazards and set up an Aurora Veil and then just body. But first off, let's talk about what his team even is and how he can do these amazing things. So first up, he has the godly Ubermon in Mega Lucario. He's got Deoxys Speed, his main hazard setting boy. He's got Hydreigon, Thunderous Eye, Nidoqueen, Melodic, Alolan Ninetales, Aerodactyl, Decidueye, Acelgor, and Miltank. So that's his team. Stupid fast, literally slowest mon is base 70 Decidueye, and then it goes all the way up to 180 on Dio speed. Not to mention that excluding Dio speed, he still has 6 Evermons above base 100. So it's, or I guess 5 above base 100, 1 at base 100. But it's scary. The team we have the option of bringing mons from is Protean Greninja, Dialga, Jirachi, Tangrowth, Mamoswine, Tornadus Farian, Ditto, Slurpuff, Lantern, Delmise, and Mega Heracross. So, I like my team, but that's what we have our options from. But I have some in mind. So this is the team we ended up bringing. So first up, we brought Control C, our shiny Ditto. Really easy and predictable set. Just Imposter Choice Scarf, transform him as 248 HP, get as much HP in there as possible, and then the other EVs, that's just what Smogon has. I believe the purpose of them, according to their analysis, is like to give it, I could be wrong here, but I think it's to give it Hidden Power Ice when it transforms with a mon with Hidden Powers. I'm going to have to look into that more of how to manipulate that, but right now I don't really care about Hidden Powers for this matchup. I don't think any are going to be brought, and I don't think the mons I'm specifically going to be after are going to be carrying Hidden Powers. So Ditto's here as obviously a revenge killer and an anti setup. His main goal is to scare mons like Mega Lucario specifically, but also Deoxys Speed, Thunderous, Decidueye, pretty much anything that has the potential to set up and make it you don't want to click that, because if you do, Ditto's going to come in and mess you up with his Choice Scarf. Again, really simple, really obvious, but he's got to be there, otherwise I'll just get killed by some Swords Dance Mega Lucario, and we don't want that now, do we? And then we scroll down. Next up we have Kermit, our shiny Protean Greninja, also won Scarf this week. So we're running U-Turn, Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Gunk Shot with 112 attack, 244 special attack, and then 152 speed, hasty nature. So the goal of Kermit here is he's meant to do really two things. One, a second revenge killer, because I think revenge killers are going to be really important in this match to threaten particularly Mega Lucario out. He's also meant to be an anti-lead. He can take on pretty much every single one of Ilkid's main, like what I view to be his main leads with relative ease. Those that I think are his main leads, like potential leads. First up, Alolan Ninetales. So he might instantly open with her to get, or it, sorry, don't want to assume genders here. Open up with that to set up Aurora Veil as fast as possible. So I have Gunk Shot with 112 attack. That's enough to Oko and Alolan Ninetales with 248 HP and 8 defense. So that's the purpose of that attack investment. And then his speed's also for Alolan Ninetales. His speed's meant to outspeed Deoxys Speed, but also outspeed Scarf Ninetales, just in case that is brought. Will it be brought? I doubt it. I think if he brings Ninetales, it's probably Light Clay, but we're going to play it safe. Based off my calcs, a plus attack or plus special attack nature isn't going to help us much here on Greninja, so I'm not worried about that. So then all of his coverage moves, Ice Beam is there to take out Aerodactyl, Thunderous, Hydreigon, potentially Nidoqueen, but not really. That's really what Hydro Pump is for Nidoqueen and Dio Speed. With Hydro Pump, he can 2-hit Dio Speed. Ice Beam actually can 2-hit, but it's not guaranteed. And then Gunk Shot obviously is there for Ninetales, and it's also there for a Selgor. It has like I think it's 56.3% chance to Oko and a Selgor. So I either have to gamble or swap out just in case he clicks Bug Buzz or Focus Blast or Final Gambit or something. But yeah, this is definitely going to be my lead, hands down. That's literally his design and purpose. Most likely he'll end up just U-turning out straight out the beginning, give us some momentum, but it'll be nice regardless. Next up, we have Rolex, our shiny Dialga. So this amazing boy is meant to be a Trick Room sweeper. As you can see, he's got leftovers to help him with his longevity, pressure, because that's his only useful ability. Then he has Trick Room, so he can set up himself. Aura Sphere, which is for Mega Lucario and also Miltank. It can 2-hit Miltank. It's a guaranteed 2-hit if he's not specially defensive Miltank. If he is specially defensive Miltank, there's still a very good chance of it being a 2-hit KO. Ice Beams for the bulk of the team. Nidoqueen, Thundurus, Hydreigon, Aerodactyl. I'm sure there's more I'm not thinking of right off the top of my head. And then Flash Cannons for pretty much everything else. A Selgor, Deoxys Speed, also Aerodactyl. Pretty much anything he doesn't hit super effectively. This set, it's max special attack, 4 special defense, max HP with quiet nature. There is something I should have done with his IVs that I'll mention in the actual battle portion later, but just know I messed up on his IVs. Yeah, okay. But yeah, that's what he's meant. Just set up Trick Room and just take lives, right? That's his whole goal. He gets completely walled by Melodic, though. Melodic is a serious problem for most of my mons because I have a lot of special attackers. I don't have too many physical attackers, especially my main offensive boys, which is why we have next up shiny Mega Heracross named Hercules. So this man is he's going to be my saving grace, I am fairly certain. So when I was doing prep, obviously Mega Lucario is going to be a massive problem. And so I was trying to figure out how am I going to wall that stupid thing out. I looked at Tangrowth, I looked at Delmise, I looked at Lantern, I didn't look at Slurpuff, that'd be stupid, freaking Meteor Mash. But obviously Lantern didn't do anything. Both Tangrowth and Delmise were capable of getting it down to free hit KOs from either Meteor Mash or close combat. But it came like the problem with Delmise is it sacrifices actually there really wasn't any big problem with Delmise other than Decidueye. I was a little worried about that thing, because that thing's going to outspeed Delmise unless we're under Trick Room, and just get rid of him. It would force me to switch, but, I mean, Decidueye isn't the worst thing to force you to switch, but anyways, Tangrowth worked, but I kind of wanted Assault Tangrowth for this match. I'll explain why in a second, but I really wanted Assault Tangrowth, and I had to run full. I also wanted Rocky Helmet. If I was going to run physically defensive Tangrowth, I wanted to run Rocky Helmet so I can get chip damage on Mega Lucario. But without leftovers, it was not free hit KOs I was taking. It was always 2-hit KOs. So I just ended up going, there's got to be something else. And I was like, so when I was drafting and I saw Mega Heracross, I learned that he has some really respectable defensive stats. Like, they're both above 100, and it's honestly, it's really good. And so I did some calcs, and turns out Heracross can actually take free hits from a Mega Lucario, and I was like, and then completely one-shot it back with Brick Break. So that's what all this HP and defense investment's for. This is enough HP and defense to take free hits, free Meteor Mashes, or free close combats, or free pretty much anything from Mega Lucario. And then I threw the rest into attack so we can deal as much damage as possible. I also messed up on his EVs. Again, I'll explain that when we're actually in the match. But looking at his moves, pin missiles here mostly for Deoxys speed. I'm pretty sure that's all it's for. It's just Deoxys speed. Bullet Seed is for Melodic and Nidoqueen. This is also Heracross is my main, not my main, but my ideal check to Melodic. Brick Break's there for Miltank and Mega Lucario. Just obliterates Mega Lucario. It only 2 hits Miltank, but I'm bringing it over close combat because if he does bring Aurora Veil and it's up, I want to be able to get rid of it. And then Rock Blast is for pretty much everything else. Oh yeah, Brick Break's also for Hydreigon. Rock Blast also is for Aerodactyl, Selgor, everything. If he happens to be in under a Trick Room, he pretty much bodies this entire team. Oh, Pin Missile's also for Decidueye. I'm remembering stuff. But yeah, that's Mega Heracross. I have much positivity that he will do good. Oh, I forgot to make him male. Oh well. Next up we have Epic Pants the Jirachi. Epic Pants is someone I have in my main league, DZL. He's a good friend of mine, and I named my Jirachi after him because of a Jirachi set he made, and it was beautiful. One day I'll have to show everyone the replay. But this is meant to be full support Jirachi and special defense Jirachi. So leftovers for longevity reasons, Serene Grace because only ability, and obviously best ability. And also we have Wish for Wish passing. I wanted a Stealth Rock setter, so we have her to Stealth Rock set. We have an additional Trick Room setter for Dialga and or Mega Heracross, and then Iron Head. I originally had U-turn, but then I was like, I kind of want to be able to attack. It didn't. We'll see what goes down. Again, 248 HP, 8 defense, plus 2 max special defense, plus special defense, minus special attack. Literally just tanky Jirachi. Tanks every special attacker except Hydreigon and what's the other one? Nidoqueen. Which leads me to the final mon, Assault Vest, our boy Spaghetti God, the Assault Vest Tangrowth. So, like I said, I wanted him on Assault Vest. Wait a second. Oh no. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I just realized something, but anyways, he's meant to be okay, you can see he's 248 HP, 252 special defense, and 8 defense, but that is supposed to be plus special defense minus speed, not plus defense. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I wonder if it's like that when I'll get back to you guys on that. So he's got Giga Drain for Melodic. This is also my secondary check to Melodic. Earthquake for freaking Lucario and also Nidoqueen. HP Ice is for Hydreigon and all of his flying types. And then Brick Break's also for Hydreigon. Miltank, break freaking screens if those come. I need to get rid of screens if they're up because they're a problem. Yeah, that is his main goal here is to tank Nidoqueen and Hydreigon. So pretty much tank what Jirachi can't. That's his goal. Yeah, that's the team that we're going to bring. Hopefully we can beat Ilkid with it. I really hope. Okay, just so you know, the battle's already happened at this point, but I hope I didn't accidentally really bring a plus defense Tangrowth. I will have to check my Pokepaste that I have. But yeah, that's the prep part. I'll see you guys in the battle. Okay, here we are at the battle against Ilkid, and I did check that this Tangrowth was indeed relaxed when I brought it into the battle. It was supposed to be sassy, so it was plus special defense minus speed, but instead it's relaxed, so plus defense minus speed. That'll matter about like 3 turns into the battle, and you'll see why, and I'll explain it once we get there. So Ilkid ended up bringing the following team of Mega Lucario, Deoxys Speed, Thunderous, Melodic, Decidueye, Hydreigon. So, first off, Ilkid went all out on me. He brought his top four, his offensive main core of Dio Speed, Mega Lucario, Thunderous Eye, and Hydreigon. They're all here, ready to destroy me. For the most part, everything on Ilkid's team I thought could potentially come, except for really Miltank. I didn't see Miltank coming. It just didn't really make sense to me. But everything else, I was like, they could all come, and it makes sense. Actually, maybe not Aerodactyl, but everything else, yeah. Actually, no, I could see Aerodactyl coming too. Never mind, I take that back. Aerodactyl too. So, so literally everything but probably Miltank is what I would expect him to have brought. So looking at what he did bring though, Mega Lucario obviously was coming because Mega Lucario, Ilkid's bringing that every week. Mega Lucario and at least one of these other top four are coming every week. That's just how it's gonna be. Dio Speed, not surprised there. If only one lead came, potential lead came, it's gonna be Dio Speed. Like, arguably his best hazard stacker. Then he has Thunderous Eye. So I'm thinking this Thunderous Eye is a Defiant physical set, or that's what I was thinking because he very much is going to want to deny any hazard removal, and he has brought both of his hazard removal deniers. Well, while Thunderous doesn't deny it, he definitely discourages it because if I did bring Tornadus T and I have Tornadus T on the field, he could very easily just bring Thunderous in because A, he's going to resist whatever Thunderous throws at him. 2, if I decide to defog, suddenly he has +2 attack. Crap. Granted, we do have Ditto to stop situations like this, but regardless, it's still there for that. Melodic looks to be his only truly defensive Pokemon. It's probably physically defensive, I would imagine. Maybe Flame Orb, Marvel Scale, maybe Leftovers, physically defensive. I guess we'll see. Decidueye might also be defensive. Definitely here to be a spin blocker, just in case I brought Dhelmise, because not only does that spin block, but it also is a way to kill my spinner. So, yeah. Then we got Hydreigon here to mess things like Jirachi and Dhelmise up, and whatever else Hydreigon wants to kill. Hydreigon's just gonna have a fun time. So, either way, I'm still opening Kermit the Frog, Kermit the Greninja. That's definitely our best play. If he opens with Dio Speed, we just start spamming Hydro Pumps. If he opens anything else, we can just U-turn out. So, I open Greninja. He opens Melodic, which I find a little bit weird, but whatever works. We get a massive hit with this U-turn on this Hydreigon. So I go Tangrowth because that's our dedicated Hydreigon swap, and then he misses this Fire Blast, and I kill this with this Brick Break. So that's the first hacks of the game. There's one more approaching that I truly know of. Maybe there's rolls in here too that I didn't quite notice that Ilkid did, but yeah, this was unfortunate hacks for sure. So first up, I know he's not Life Orb. He's Scarf, Specs, or a Z move. One of the three. Now, if I was Sassy, this didn't matter a ton. If he was Scarf, and I was actually Sassy, this didn't matter at all. But I was not Sassy, so even if he is Scarf, this definitely mattered due to another factor I will explain in a second. If he was Specs, it mattered regardless of whether I was Scarf relaxed or Sassy. Like if he was Specs, this thing just nuked my Tangrowth. But the other factor in this is that Brick Break for me was a high roll. When I looked at it, it was not a guaranteed I was going to kill this Hydreigon. Because I looked at it, Hidden Power Ice didn't kill. Brick Break had a chance to kill. I don't remember how high of a chance, but that was a roll that was not guaranteed to happen. So, especially since I was Sassy, say that hit, and then I hit Brick Break but didn't get a high enough roll, Tangrowth died next turn. Like, just because I wasn't Sassy. Assuming he's Scarf. If he was Specs, then yeah, assuming he's Scarf or Z move, non-Fire Radiant Z. I'm pretty sure if he was firing MZ, he would have clicked Inferno Overdrive, unless it didn't kill, according to his calc. I mean, if he was a Z move, I would imagine it's Z Dark Pulse. But, yeah, Black Hole Eclipse. But, yeah, that definitely mattered, especially since I wasn't sassy. And if he was Specs, that would have mattered in a game where I was sassy too. But, whatever, something was helping me out there. The Hacks Gods were like, yeah, we'll throw you a bone. And they gave me the Fire Blast miss and a high enough Brick Break roll to kill. So, yeah, definitely an unfortunate beginning for Ilkid, but we'll see if it turns around. So he goes out into Dio speed. Obviously, he's going to start attempting the hazard stack here. I didn't bring knockoff, so I have no way to even touch this Deoxys. If I stay in, he's just going to stack hazards, and that's not going to be good. So I got to get something to threaten him out. So I bring in Greninja to scare him away. He sets up his rocks. So I believe I U-turn again. Yeah, I U-turn. And get out this Melodic, add some chip. He reveals that he is indeed a Flame Orb, so he's full physically defensive. I go Heracross here. So now this brings me to a point that I mentioned in the prep part of this, of something I thought about doing with Heracross's EVs. So one thing I wanted Heracross to be able to do was get into a Trick Room, right, and just sweep, if possible. But I was also thinking, that's not going to be very easy to get hurt. Dialga will be easy to get into a Trick Room. Heracross, not so much. Mostly because I need to save as much HP as possible so he can take on Lucario. And also, he just doesn't switch in as well as Dialga does, because Dialga resists a bunch of stuff. So, I was like, I did not need the 116 attack I have. I don't need all of that. I really could have ran 0 attack this game and been fine, because 185 attack is just so much. It just blows through everything. So I very much considered running enough speed to outspeed Melodic, because I was worried that if I ended up in a situation with Heracross versus Melodic, he would find a way to Scald Burn me, right? Just get that 25% chance. It's not hard to Scald Burn you. And less spoilers, that's what's about to happen. And since I did not run enough speed, I'm going to regret it. So he's going to outspeed me. He doesn't Scald Burn me the first time, and I knew I especially should have ran him outspeeding, because I knew no matter what, even without Flame Orb, this wasn't going to kill Melodic straight at the gate. So then he Scald Burns me, and I'm like, crap. So Hercules here is dead to me. Like, there's no point in keeping him alive. And so in comes Mega Lucario, and I'm like, oh no. This is unfortunate, because my Heracross is my Lucario counter, and, well, Heracross is going to die. I very much was like, let's just sack him off here. All he has to do is click Meteor Mash, and I'm gone. If he clicks Close Combat, it was either a roll, or it was guaranteed to survive. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check on that calc. Ilkid probably knows. I was max HP, 140 defense, impish, so effectively as high as I could get, other than running max defense. But all he has to do here is click Meteor Mash, and I'm expecting Heracross to go down. But he does indeed click Close Combat, and I live on 4%. I don't know if this was a roll, and I come in and Brick Break him and deal some massive damage and then die to the burn. So I don't know if that's a roll. Based on what Ilkid was saying, it was a roll according to Ilkid. That was indeed a low roll, so that is definitely unfortunate, because now there's a massive chunk of chip on our friend Lucario here. So it's going to force Lucario to have to swap out on things like Greninja, who just came in. So I've come in with Greninja. I'm pressuring this Lucario out, so I have 3 options. Obviously, we're not going to click Gunk Shot. Well, Ninetales wasn't brought. Nothing that's threatened by Gunk Shot, okay, other than Decidueye, but that's beside the point. We're not going to click Gunk Shot on a Mega Lucario. It's a Steel type, dang it. So I looked at U-turn, and I was like, yeah, U-turn's not going to work. I want to kill this Lucario. It's low enough, I'm going to kill the thing. So I wanted but U-turn did not deal enough damage in any situation to kill. I could have clicked Hydro Pump, which would have killed, but I liked Ice Beam more because if he decides here to, because I'm expecting him to swap out here, right? And Ice Beam is going to give me the greatest results. But Ilkid fought about this situation in prep, and let me say, good freaking job. Protect. So, for those who don't know how Protean works, when a Protean Mon uses a move, they become the type of that move. They don't keep their old typing. Greninja went from Water Dark to Pure Ice here. Pretty much Protean Mons are always single typing. So I'm suddenly an Ice type versus a Steel type with Bullet Punch. Yeah, an adaptability boosted Bullet Punch, may I remind you, coming from also 145 base attack. So, obviously, I'm in danger. So I have to swap out here. Great prep. Like, that's honestly just, that's really good prep. Protect, if I'm keeping Protect in mind for when I fight Protean Greninjas in the future in other leagues. So I have to swap out. I go Ditto here, even though there's all these drops. Ditto's probably going to do the best. I end up clicking Bullet Punch after this, mostly because I didn't want to take any chip damage from this. I probably should have just clicked Close Combat, but I didn't. I get sent Bullet Punch, chip on this Thunderous, and then I go Jirachi thinking, it's going to be special. Well, okay. I didn't think it was going to be special, but I was like, just in case it's special, let's go Jirachi. I didn't exactly do any calcs to see if it was, what would happen if it was physical. I did after I get hit in the face by a Thunder Punch. I believe this Thunder Punch was guaranteed free hit KO, and it was potentially a 4-hit KO, I think, depending on rolls. I don't know if this was a roll or a low. I don't know if it was a low or high roll, but I take this Thunder Punch, and so now I decide that I'm just gonna wish up. And he swaps out into Dio Speed. He's going to start Hazard stacking. So I set up a Trick Room here, I believe. He Psycho Boost. I guess he was attempting to call a switch. I mean, it makes sense since I did just, wish. That makes sense. But instead, I juked him out and set up the Trick Room. And then I can go Dialga now, because -2 special attack. Even if his thing is Focus Blast, I don't have to be scared. So he starts Hazard stacking with Spikes, and he's going to get up 2 layers of Spikes, and I'm going to kill Dio Speed with Flash Cannons. Sweet. So now he's going to go Lucario. He's going to Protect, stall out my Trick Room, and I'm going to have to get out of here again. So I go in with Tangrowth. So this is where that Fire Blast probably kind of mattered. I don't think it matters a ton in terms of how Lucario kills. I think where it really mattered was my Brick Break roll. Because if that was any lower, then the Fire Blast mattered. If I got the same Brick Break roll, it didn't matter here because Lucario is just going to kill me anyways, and nothing's going to happen. So Relaxed Nature saves me here and allows me to survive. Not like it matters because I'm still going to die. I'm sacking off Tangrowth here. It has no more use this match. So I grow Greninja. I don't click Ice Beam this time. I click Hydro Pump instead. I gotta scare this thing out. Get out of here, Lucario. We don't want to see you. So I'm gonna click Hydro Pump. He's gonna go to Decidueye. Pretty easy for him. After that, I go Dialga. This is my chance to set up another Trick Room. Because what is Mr. Decidueye going to do? Also, by the way, Ilkid, I love this name. Clockwork. That's a perfect name for Decidueye. If any of those who don't know who Clockwork is, look up Sly Cooper, and you shall learn. So, love the name. So yeah, I'm just going to set up Trick Room here so I can just wreak havoc as he U-turns out. I click Trick Room, and then I click Ice Beam to obliterate this Thunderous. And now here comes the next hacks. So, this next part, this is something I thought to myself during prep, was I'm planning to run Trick Room Dialga. I want Dialga to go first in Trick Room. So, I have 0 speed. I'm minus speed. You know what else I should have done? 0 speed IVs. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what was going through my head and why I didn't give 0 speed IVs, but I should have, because Dialga could get into Trick Room easy.
Like, with Heracross, it's understandable of why not to put 0-speed IVs, because it's going to be harder. But Dialga literally was meant to set it up for himself. Jirachi was more meant to set it up for Heracross and maybe Dialga, but Dialga is meant to set it up for himself. So I should have ran 0-speed IVs, because according to what I was looking at, if Nidoqueen ran a little bit of speed investment, she would outspeed my Dialga, right? Decidueye is not going to outspeed Dialga unless fast, which I'm going to be honest, I was kind of hoping for fast Decidueye, like fast bulky Decidueye, which he does not bring. So here comes Decidueye, and it does indeed outspeed me, but we get a freeze hacks, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad here. No turn one for Unfa, sadly. In comes Lucario. We have to swap out into Ditto because we know he's going to protect. And we don't want Ditto taking any blows from this Lucario. And then we're just going to click Close Combat. Bullet Punch isn't going to save him here. And we're going to beat Ilkid with a 4-0. So, freeze hacks. Let's talk about it. Did it matter? In my opinion, personally, I don't think this freeze hack mattered very much, because the reason I say that, yes, he would stall out my what's it called? He would stall out my Trick Room for sure. But after that, he would have to continue to just sit there and roost. So he could have roost PP stalled me, right? That was definitely an option for sure. But if he wanted to get Lucario in, because Lucario was not swapping in on any of Dialga's moves. Dialga was going to kill him, right? But, and so if he wanted to get get Lucario in safely, he would have to eventually let Decidueye go down. I could have eventually just gone in with Greninja and done pretty much the same thing, because I would outspeed and Roost wouldn't save him, or he'd get scared out by a potential Dark Pulse, even though I didn't have it. But, or I could have gone Ditto, Choice Scarf, and nuked it with Spirit Shackle. But I don't think the freeze hacks mattered all that much. Also, yeah, that's my personal opinion, though. I don't know what everyone else thinks. But it was still a very good game. GG, Ilkid. It's like, you're a scary dude. Very scary to fight against. It's scary to prep for, because that team is just bonkers. In other news, I am going to be dropping Lantern for the fish, a Lamola. Get that water regener. For week 2 and onward. I don't think the only thing I really feel we're missing out on. We will be losing Volt Switch, so we won't have Volt Turn. We'll just have Turn. I might pick up an electric type later. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to drop anything else. I'm not even so sure I'm going to drop Jirachi anymore, because I kind of like Jirachi for the potential Trick Room shenanigans. And also, we are losing an electric type technically, but in my opinion, in Draft League specifically, electric types need to be fast, like at least 100 speed, or maybe a Rotom level of speed, like 86, not 67, to be an effective electric type. So Lantern, I don't feel, is a very good electric type. Lantern's was more here to be a bulky water and a heal beller, which is another thing we're losing on, is heal bell. I don't think anyone else on my team has heal bell. I might have to look into finding a way to get another heal beller, but yeah, that's the plan for the future. Again, Ilkid, GG. You're starting off unfortunate, but I know you're gonna bounce back just fine. We're getting a good start with a 4-0, putting us at 1-0 for ATA Season 1. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.